Oh, yeah. Totally. Oh, okay. Great. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
Cash is like, what? It's nap time. Clearly. Okay. We're broadcasting. Where's my live events? Sorry, this side of it just takes a moment so that
Fine.
I told specifically a couple people I asked them to watch, so I want them to at least be able to find the video if they do come. Because I think it might be helpful for their dogs too, but they're just wondering what it was like before they wanted to.
So can I talk to Eileen? Can she hear?
I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
Cash is like, what? Sorry. That was the other thing.
Is Eileen there?
Okay.
Can you hear me, Mackenzie?
Great.
Can you hear me?
That's good. I think just right on the ground, huh?
Whatever, yeah, whatever you think.
I think that will work nice, and then we can see our buddy. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Cash.
Can you hear me, Mackenzie?
Great.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, you're right. I'm not hearing you. Are you sure you're not muted? I heard you at first.
Yeah. I'm not muted.
Yeah, we did hear it for a second. It sounds like maybe you're, I wonder what happened there. You're not muted here.
No, I'm
Well,
not muted.
geez, this thing's really fighting you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
You can hear us, right?
Yes.
Let me bring you in on speakerphone then. Because you can see us live and then you can hear us live and people will be able to hear you on speaker.
Okay.
Boy, just technological troubles. So it's just against this. Yeah, you're gonna have to mute us on that end.
Okay.
Let me know what. Okay, let's see. You'll have to mute your computer, not your. I see that you are muted there. Okay, we'll try it. How's that? No, you got to mute your computer, not your outgoing, but so you shouldn't be able to hear us from the YouTube or from the Hangout. Okay. How about now? Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, great. I got you on speakerphone here. Hopefully that'll last.
All right.
Great. Cash is sleeping.
Okay, go ahead.
That's pretty good. He's tired. He's a little tuckered, I guess.
I guess so.
Well, you told us to make sure he wasn't too disturbed by anything.
Yeah.
Right. Good. You're getting 8 so far.
Yeah, great.
So, Elaine, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Can you tell me of the list, what you have and what you don't have?
Yeah, let me grab
Just tell me what
the.
you have.
Okay, I'll say what I have. I have coconut oil, hemp oil, rice bran oil, flax oil,
Hold on
barley,
just a second.
barley powder, neroli,
I think she said
linden.
slow down a little
Oh,
bit.
sorry.
Can you hear her okay?
Yeah. So, yeah, I got coconut oil, rice bran oil, hemp oil.
Correct. Flax oil,
What was that?
flax oil,
Black. Okay.
Flax, yeah.
All right. Okay.
I have neroli,
Okay.
rose hydrosol,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Rose hydrosol.
Oh, rose. Okay, good.
barley powder,
Okay.
let's see, and then I have lemon essential oil, Roman chamomile,
Okay.
frankincense, vanilla,
Okay.
arnica, clary sage, vetiver, and then I have valerian and linden in like little dried tea forms. I couldn't get oils of those.
Valerian and linden.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, so it's a dried herb.
Right.
Yep. And that's what I got.
Okay, so we're going to need some bowls. Do you have about 3 or 4 or 5 bowls?
I
Yep.
stole one for the phone.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Does that look all right?
And Mackenzie, can you tilt the screen down just a little bit? There, perfect. Okay, so I need to have you sit on the floor kind of next to Mackenzie.
To me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm just making sure we have enough battery on my phone.
Yeah, click on it. Okay, so we're going to need, is it okay if on that blanket that he's on, how is my volume for you? I need to talk softer, louder.
It sounds okay to me. Cash doesn't seem to care. So I think we're all right.
So he's real mellow. So in those bowls in front of you, I would like you to put about a tablespoon of your oil. So start with your coconut oil, your rice bran oil, your hemp oil, flax, because we the reason we're starting with this is we want to kind of get his interest and wake him up a little bit.
Okay. So we'll just have to remember, I guess, huh? This is flax.
Okay, so let's just, what's nice about this is
And just keep track of which is which so we know what to take.
flax.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, just, and
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if I hold it up and say it, that'll help. Rice bran.
yeah, because I want you to be able to tell which one he goes for first.
So flax, rice bran. And I'll put
Let's
it,
put them on the table in the same order.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Flax, rice bran. And then, I'm sorry, did you want the hemp oil involved?
Yeah,
Hemp.
and coconut.
Right.
It must be warm there. That coconut is running.
Yeah, yeah, it's been 80s, 90s. Right.
There.
That's your coconut, yeah. Beautiful. Do you want us to offer it to him?
Now, do you have mostly the oils and stuff up on the table?
Yeah.
Is there no way you can put it in between the two there so you have it, so you don't have to be
Reaching across.
So let's put
reaching
everything
moving around?
near us. Is that what you said?
Yeah, she's saying like, what if we put it like in this box near us?
Yeah.
And that way it doesn't. And then we're trying to keep it in the same order, right?
So flat.
All right. And then I guess I get all this stuff too now. Oh yeah.
All right. So we're starting with the oils because since he is asleep, we want to kind of engage him a little bit and see if he's interested, if there's some kind of nutritional thing that he might need. As you know, brain tissue is made of, it's fatty tissue, and essential fatty acids are a big requirement for adequate brain function. So we'd like to see if there are any oils that he would be interested in. So in order to get his interest up, we may have to, can you maybe put one over in front of him to kind of get him coming over to see?
Not interested in that one. So he just averted from that one.
Well, just put them all over there and see. And if he gets up and, walks away because he wants to take a nap, we may have to just put a little leash on him just until he kind of starts engaging with us.
Yeah.
But right now, he's not in the self-healing process. He's just sleepy and cleaning himself and being a dog. So what we want to do is get him engaged in this process.
Hi. Did you see that there's stuff in here? I know. About that? Yeah, there's interesting smells.
There we go.
Okay, great. Just taking a look. Testing everything.
Okay, see, he's checking it out.
You want me to offer it to him? Like
No,
that?
just leave it. Just
Okay.
let him work it.
Okay. Want that? So that would be it looks like rice bran oil that he was most interested in there. And nap.
We'll wake him up a little bit. Do you have another bowl handy?
Mm-hmm.
I should put a little barley grass powder in one, and in the other one put a little spirulina. And just like a tablespoon.
Is it the just
Do
barley?
you have water handy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, just put just a tiny bit of water in there, just enough to get some of it wet. You don't want to push the water around and get it all wet.
Okay. Okay, so this is the barley.
This is what we want to minimize the getting up and.
Right. Yeah, Eileen doesn't know what she did with the barley nut, so she's just trying to find it.
Okay. That's okay. We haven't really gotten him into the healing mode yet. We're just trying to get him engaged.
Spirulina seems to be in my head.
The spirulina's in
Yeah,
there?
it was in a bag, and it's like, it's, look at my purse, and it's in, it's green. It didn't get in my bag. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. I wonder if they threw it in the bag.
Oh, really? Did it?
Yeah, because I definitely had it. I got it in the bulk section. It was like this messy green powder.
The spirulina?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're short. What are we missing then? Just this.
Spirulina. I
Just the
don't see
spirulina.
it anywhere.
So they must have. Eileen thinks that they didn't put it in with the other stuff.
All right. Well, if he can just kind of settle in again.
Yeah.
Eileen can sit down and kind of sit against your pillow there and get comfy.
Oh, good boy. That's a
And
great.
he can lay down right there. That's fine. So why don't you, if he wants any of the oils, offer them all to him. If you can, bring them over if he wants anything. And then go ahead and offer him the barley, the one with barley grass in it. Is he not taking any of those?
Nope, he doesn't seem to be interested in any of them.
And not even the barley grass, or not even the barley grass?
Yeah, the barley grass powder. I put a little bit of water in there. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Good boy. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. You have the rose water. So we need to get him turned around.
Yeah.
It's okay to lay there, but we need the other end.
Okay.
There you go.
That was
Perfect.
perfect. Good
Okay.
perfect.
Offer him the rose water to smell.
Okay, just the smell.
Okay, did you see that quick little lick he did?
Mm-hmm.
There he goes. Okay, so Eileen, I want you to put a little bit of that on your hand and let him smell it and gently stroke it on his head. Very slowly.
No, yeah, he's licking it up
Oh,
there.
very nice. That's okay. That's okay.
You can stroke it out.
Very nice. More?
Josh, come here, buddy. Come here. Good boy.
I think he-
And if he continues to move around until we get him focused, we want to, we may have to put his collar on and
Just hold him tighter, closer. Oh, yeah.
there you go. And so, Eileen, I want you to move really slowly because we're trying to relax him. I want you to slow your movements down because as you slow down, he'll slow down and get comfortable. So you have vetiver oil,
Which one?
whichever you have, vetiver or valerian. I want you to get off of those.
So we do.
Yeah.
We have the neroli.
The vetiver is.
Is that what you were asking about?
So here's vetiver.
I can't read that.
That's vetiver.
Just tell me.
That's what she's asking.
We have vetiver and then we have valerian, like in
This is
the
valerian.
dried
Oh, we have dry valerian and we have vetiver. Yeah.
vetiver essential
Okay,
oil.
so the vetiver, offer him the vetiver to
Okay.
inhale. And just leave that, there we go. Just leave that bottle there in front of him, kind of by the bowl. Candy.
Okay. All right. I'm afraid I'll lose it if I don't.
Still smell it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go. He's doing a lot of licking. Then he's processing. Go back to that rose.
Good.
With that rose water. So we're going to keep going back to that rose. And what we're watching for is blinking, licking, and chewing. So put the rose on Eileen's hand and have her just really slowly stroke it on his head. And that's rose water, right?
Yes.
That's good.
Keep that at the ready then.
Put some more on your hand, Mackenzie. You see, Mackenzie, see licking, chewing.
He's just has his mouth kind of nice and relaxed and open. No licking or chewing.
Yeah. Watch his eyes. See, he's closing his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, get out. Did you say you had linden blossom or neroli?
Neroli.
Both.
Oh.
We do both.
So get the neroli and do the same thing that you just did with the rose.
Do you want me to offer it to him first or just put it on?
Offer it to him first.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. I need some of that.
So same thing, Eileen, on your hand.
Come here, buddy.
Come here, buddy.
Come here, buddy. Oh, that's like a boy.
So the reason that he may step away from you when he does this is neroli can bring up some. If he's licking it, that's great. Let him lick it off. Put some more in your hand for him to lick. So this is all good. So just really slow now, very slow with your movement. Put some more in your hand and continue to do that. It would be good to minimize that distraction if possible.
Yeah, there's nothing we can really do with it.
Okay.
I think he'll stop it. I think he'll be done.
Go ahead and go back to the rose. So Eileen, as you're doing this, you're just thinking about soothing him and helping him relax, helping him calm, helping him heal from anything that may have happened in his past that he still might be carrying around. Helping him release anything that might be causing him anxiety. Nice and slow. As slow as you can stroke him and still be moving is the speed that we want.
Okay.
If you speed your movements up, that is more stimulation and agitation, and we want him to relax and kind of just go into his subconscious place.
Good work, not. Come here, you.
So he's checking out whatever it is he's hearing.
Yep.
Come on back.
Come here, buddy.
So were you able to get any off?
I wasn't able to
Any
get
offers?
any. No.
Okay.
It's good to see you too. Can you lay down? It's like, come out of here. Hi. Right there, on your left side. Yeah.
So, Sid, if you could just lay down right there. So you have valerian oil?
No,
Is it oil?
just the dried herb stuff?
Well, just sprinkle a little of that on the blanket in front of them. That isn't really gonna do much because but at least he'll be getting the smell. He might eat it, and it's okay if he wants to. You could put more out there.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think the first time we offered it to him, he ate it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when we first offered that to him, he ate it a long time ago.
Okay, so let's go to we have frankincense oil. Let's offer him that.
Got it.
Good. See the blinking, Mackenzie, the licking.
Mm-hmm.
So Mackenzie, just put it down in front of him. You don't have to hold it like right in his face. Just put it down on the kind of by.
Is that a
Yeah,
good?
out,
Yeah.
yeah, out a little bit. Just to where. Okay, he's working with it there. That's good. We want him to be able to relax without feeling like he's kind of being crowded in by the oil.
Right.
It's better to have him have to reach for it, smell it, than to feel crowded and want to get up and walk away. So you see his eyes now?
Mm-hmm.
So this is good. He's relaxing into that. Where's the rose? Move real slowly. Get the rose. Let him smell your hand first. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Put it on his heart. You got it, Mackenzie?
Sorry.
You got it?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
More rose. Put lots in your hand, Eileen. Yep. Drizzle it right onto his chest. Very nice. Keep putting more on there, Mackenzie. Nice. More rose water. It's okay if it drips all over because he's smelling that. And you can put it.
You want to see some of this stuff?
See, the frankincense may have been a little bit too close for him. He just distanced himself a little bit from it.
I'm gonna put it over here then.
Okay.
You want to come back? Should we try and get him back over, or do you want to give him a minute?
No, it's okay. Just let him. to step away to process a little bit.
Right.
Just let him have a minute. You see his eyes? Is it clary sage essential oil that you have?
Yes.
Why don't you try offering him that with the linden blossom? Or the linden blossom is what you have, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's the herb.
That herb pretty much is not, we're not going to be able to use it.
Okay.
We need the oil.
Okay. Do you want to still go with the clary then?
Yeah, the clary with the Roman chamomile. So hold them both about 6 or 8 inches away from his nose, a little distance apart, so that we can tell which one
So
he's more interested in.
that's the chamomile, and that's the clary. Yeah, you could just hold one to your side. You can see if it fits.
If that's how I can't tell how far away she is from here, but
It was about a foot away, maybe.
okay.
he's got his head lodged in the corner. That's so funny. It's definitely feeling nice and relaxed.
So is he seeming to orient towards one or the other?
No, he definitely initially like noticed the clary a little bit, but then he moved his head back, and now he's just resting again.
I can't tell from here what he's doing, or his eyes closed.
Yeah, his eyes are closed. Do you want us to see if he'll move back up?
He's awfully still. I just give him a minute.
Okay.
Because right now he's working with the rose and the other one that you put on him, was that narrowly? Or
Yeah, it was the narrowly. Yeah.
okay. Those are actually fairly deep emotional oils.
nourishing a dog can't sleep like that. That is so silly. Does he do that all the time? Really? Right. Right. Like sleeping.
Mackenzie, does he seem like he's asleep, or is he just relaxing? Is he just processing?
He definitely seems like he's just, I think he's just relaxing. But he might be nodding. He's on the edge. He's definitely on the edge of falling asleep. But his eyes keep flickering open every once in a while. Like his eyes are open right now. I don't know if you can tell from the screen. Yeah.
Okay, offer those both again, Eileen, so I can see what he does. Not real close, but
He's got a good foot on it.
bring your right arm towards his nose a little bit. I mean, bring him a little bit closer to get it. There you go. So which one was he on longer?
Clary sage.
The clary sage. Yeah. All right.
Keep in mind, guys, that this is a little short of an ideal session, but we'll do the best we can with
Right. What we got.
right?
Right.
Okay, see if you can get him to lay down again.
It's that corner. You're not making this easy on us, Mr. Man. He's like, but I'm all right. I'm not.
Okay, so we want to try and quiet things down, bring everything down a little bit, and go back to the rose.
Okay.
Good.
It was not. He just fluttered his eyelids a bunch.
So, Eileen, rose water or rose essential oil. Why don't you just hand her the bottle, Mackenzie, so that she can just, yeah. So rose actually reduces the adrenaline production in the body by like 30 to 50%.
Adrenaline production. I could see him benefiting from that.
And so rose is obviously something that he is enjoying.
Right?
And at times when you anticipate that he may be getting agitated or his anxiety or energy level is ramping up beyond what you'd like to see,
Yeah.
use the rose water on him just like this, and it's really important to let him smell it first.
Okay.
And then, and you don't have to turn around and keep looking at me. just put all your attention on your dog. And you can see how comforting this is to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's very calming and comforting. It's actually reducing his adrenaline levels in his body. And it's also the slow, deliberate movements are very calming to him. And so between the slow, nice touch that you're giving him and the effect of the water, you're getting a nice calming effect there. He's enjoying that, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely.
So you can also use Mackenzie, she said that there was arnica oil.
Right.
Why don't you hand her that?
Sorry, I can see some of this.
Is that an essential oil or what is it?
Yeah, it's one of these guys. Do you want her to offer it, close?
Yeah, offer it for him to inhale first.
Yeah, he's sitting on that one. He's not trying to move away or anything.
Mm-hmm. So is it an essential oil or just a macerated oil, Mackenzie?
I think it's an essential oil, right? In those. Yeah.
Okay, you can put a little bit on your hand and see if he does want to lick it.
Doesn't seem interested in licking it.
See if he'll let you rub it onto his head.
Yes.
This is the blanket that he uses in the car, right?
Yes. Anywhere he goes.
Yeah, see, this is what we're trying to determine here. We're trying to figure out things that he responds positively to.
Mm-hmm.
That when you're going to go in the car or when you're putting your shoes on or whatever stimulus it is that gets him too ramped up, what kinds of things we know cause a positive calming effect.
Yeah.
So first of all, we know rose works. So the arnica is actually for a number of different things, but generally we will use an arnica macerated oil, which means an oil that the arnica flowers have been soaked in to get the benefit of the medicinal properties out of the flowers. Now, I have never seen an arnica essential oil before, so I'm guessing that this is probably a macerated oil. It's very good for bruising, physical and emotional bruising. So if there's something that has happened to him that has contributed to his anxious behavior, we don't know if it's just excitement or if it's anxiety that ramps him up. And if it is anxiety or some experience that has happened to him in the past, no amount of behavioral training will be able to process that out of him without doing it this way. So using these particular things, I would say the rose, the linden blossom, vanilla is another that's very calming. I don't want to use vanilla yet because it may wake him up a little bit, and but it's also very comforting and nurturing. Work with that card a little more. Go ahead and just put 4 or 5 drops in your hand, Eileen, and stroke it onto his head there.
With more arnica, you're saying, right?
With the arnica, yeah. We're going to go to the vanilla next, but we need to give him time to process these. And just, again, real slow movement. He's in a very relaxed, calm state. And whenever you're wanting to replicate this calm state that he's in right now, you'll want to give him the rose and the arnica and whatever else you end up selecting today. With very slow movement, as slow as you possibly can move, and still be moving. And again, the intention is always very important. A lot of energy and the physical body work is primarily powerful because of the intention that you use with the oil or with the work. So your intention is to calm him and relieve his anxiety, let him know that he's safe and that you'll protect him and keep him safe and happy, and he doesn't have anything to be anxious about. The frankincense is primarily selected by animals when they are fearful, and he didn't seem to respond as strongly to the frankincense as he has the rose and the neroli and the arnica. So if he were not working with these oils, Mackenzie, he'd be either in the other room or under that little chair there that he was sleeping on right at first. So he's enjoying having these on him. And then if you can canter the rose and the neroli. And do the same thing with those, just real quietly and slowly. You can stroke it down his back, on his neck. Is that the rose that you have now?
It's the neroli right now.
So I can tell you a little bit about rose while you're doing that. It's one of the most frequently selected oils that animals, that all animals select. I just worked with a horse that lost his companion friend, and he takes rose water. I mean, he just goes to a different place when we stroke rose on him. Rose has been used for a very, very long time, for hundreds of years for medicinal purposes. And the thing that is interesting about rose is it's a combination of over 300 different chemical compounds, which literally cannot be imitated. They're compounds that work in conjunction with each other in a fascinating way to cause some pretty miraculous emotional changes. It takes about 30 roses to produce one drop of rose essential oil. Rose is probably the most expensive. Well, not the most expensive, but I believe it's well worth it in terms of the benefits. There's a lot of different varieties of rose. I don't know which variety of rose you have there. Does it say on the bottle?
It says rose hydrosol, that's all. Put it up, so.
Rose hydrosol. Oh, it doesn't have the Latin name.
Yeah, that's all it gives.
Huh. Okay. Well, so a lot of animals' experiences are recorded in the memory, and literally in the memory, in the cells of the body. And roses, as I mentioned, it can reduce adrenaline levels by about 30% in humans. We're not exactly sure of the levels in animals, but I do know that it does reduce adrenaline levels. It specifically works on beta-2 receptors, allowing it to have a physiologically relaxing effect. And by reducing adrenaline levels, as you probably know, the fight or flight stimulus is not activated or stimulated. And there's very few compounds that can actually interact with, the adrenaline producing mechanism of the body and produce an effect opposite to that which adrenaline was designed for, which is to protect in the fight or flight response, and rose is one of them. It's really good with, especially for animals that like cash, that get ramped up adrenaline levels. It's also very good for like horses that can't load onto a trailer, or animals that don't like being touched. It's also very effective for that. And it works very nicely with frankincense, which we use, and valerian, I think we have used as well. So rose is used at the beginning of a Zoopharmacognosy session to help release. It actually works through the limbic system to release deep memories in the subconscious mind related to traumatic experiences or just habitual behaviors that a dog or an animal automatically will exhibit in any given situation. So what you're doing right now, Eileen, is helping him. You're literally creating a new neural pathway that is giving him a new experience of how it is to have rose reduce the adrenaline levels and be calm, so that the next time you use rose, if you are calm and if you're stroking him very slowly and gently and lovingly like you are now, then that is more the memory that he will start accessing. Releasing past behaviors, memory traumas, etc., are necessary in order to help an animal move past traumatic experiences and pave the way for other oils to work, or other remedies that we would use. So the reactions that you've been seeing right now is very, very common, a wonderful, beautiful place. But we've been seeing yawning, not so much yawning. I saw a couple times he almost yawned, but the heavy eyes. You may see some grooming. Sometimes when you start with the rose and the linden blossom, Eileen, and I would suggest, are you doing linden blossom with the rose there?
Oh, no, I'm doing neroli with the rose right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, neroli, okay. And we don't have linden blossom, okay.
Not oil, no.
Yeah, we just have the herb. That's this one.
Yeah, and the dried herb doesn't have the potency that the oil has in terms of being able to get the animal to process, through the olfactory, getting into the limbic system of the brain.
I mean, do you where is it all getting slowly?
So another thing that Rose helps with is hormonal imbalances, and I assume he's neutered.
Yes.
Well, a lot of times when animals are coming down off of an adrenaline surge, you will see them more relaxed and do things like this. Dogs will a lot of times, lay down and put their head between their paws or doing what he's doing, just completely relaxing. And you see he's awake, right? He's not asleep. He's got his eyes open.
Yeah, he keeps blinking and then he'll move a little bit or something like that. But he's like closing his eyes, which is nice to see.
But the animals do like to have Rose stroked on them. There's just something about it that is very comforting, calming to them. Let's see. So is he, I can't tell if his eyes are open.
They're like, they're just barely not closed all the way, and then he's kind of fluttering them a little bit.
Yeah.
We'd call it.
So, and that's good that you have the neroli and the rose water bottles right there in front of them. Just let him continue to smell those. Did you put the lid back on the frankincense?
I think I did, yeah. You want that back?
Why don't you get that one out and put it about where Eileen's hand is?
Yeah. We also still have the vetiver is still open over here too.
Okay. Vetiver would be more if he's already in quite an relaxed state. If you were needing to kind of bring him down and calm him down into this kind of a calm state, you would use the vetiver. If there's something like fireworks, is he reactive with fireworks?
No, he doesn't react to loud noises very much.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If you're anticipating, when you get into a situation where you know that he's reactive, what I would do before he's to the reactive stage, either in the car before you leave home, drug the rose on him, and the linden blossom. And if you are seeing that he's still reactive, I would continue to work with the rose for him. Now, when he's in the car, I would have a little, maybe a cloth or something that you can put, or even, does he have a bed in the car or a blanket, something like that?
Yeah, he's a blanket.
The blanket that's in front of you is the blanket that sits in the car usually.
Okay, well, I would put, have a little area of that where you put the rose water. I mean, it seems like you're going to go through a lot of rose water, and for a while you may have to buy a few bottles of it because he'll go through it. I always offer it to him first to smell or to lick, and a lot of dogs will actually drink the rose water. There's just something about it, they're very, very attracted to it. So linden blossom, it's actually for, and it's linden blossom, or no, it's neroli, right?
Narrowly, yep.
The neroli is actually, has a really strong psychological effect, and it is primarily to offer feelings of emotional security for them. It's just something that helps them feel more secure. There was a horse when I was in England that was very agitated. They brought her into the stall for us to work with her, and she's very anxious. You could hear her whinnying and pacing around in the stall. The keeper gave her rose water and neroli or orange flower water, and I mean, within less than 5 minutes, she had calmed down. There's just something about the two of those that's very calming. It gives them some security and emotional support. And it's also another one that is, they like to have strokes on.
I think he fell asleep.
Sometimes you may find that he's more interested in one over the other, and if that's the case, it'll probably be that he's more interested in rose. Neroli sometimes will it works at accessing the very deeper parts of the brain that control emotion and trauma and memories, that they may hold from something that's happened, either negative or just habitual patterns that they develop emotionally over situations where they're reacting, and they just get to where they're reacting a certain way because that's what they've always done and that's what they know. And what we're trying to do is change those firings of those neurons in the brain to show that when he's got rose and neroli, that it's okay to act, and respond in a different way. The rose will reduce the fight or flight, which reduces adrenaline, reduces the fight or flight response, and will give him a calmer reaction. As long as your emotional state is calm and you're working and moving with him slowly like you have been here today. A lot of, even though neroli actually causes a real subtle behavior that you may not notice, and that's swallowing. It's not always noticing if they're deeply inhaling an oil. They may inhale it very briefly, and you'll see just a small, just a stick of the tongue, and you may see swallowing or blinking. So when you're watching for if these oils are effective for them or if there's something they're working with, Eileen, you want to watch for very subtle signals that you may, a lot of times that you miss.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Now you have the vanilla.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we get the vanilla out? How is he asleep or is he awake but just being calm?
He fell asleep, but I think he woke back up. Hard to say right now. He was asleep for a minute while you were talking.
Okay, why don't you get, is that Roman chamomile still there?
Yep. I mean, it's not out, but it's here.
Okay, why don't you get it out and put it up there near him? So I want him to be seeing any change of behavior there, blinking.
No, he's pretty thoroughly. I think he's asleep.
He's enjoying the rose and narrowly, I can tell. Well,
Yeah.
the Roman chamomile, the reason that we're using that one is animals have typically selected Roman chamomile versus German chamomile. There is a difference. It actually reduces glutamate activity in the body, and glutamate is what stimulates the firing of those excitatory neurons in the brain, which means it kind of starts that whole excitation process going on in the brain. And it will have more of an effect on the mind than on the body. It's indicated, it's selected by animals that have like repetitive, if they're doing repetitive licking or pacing or something like that. It's excessive behaviors like dogs, some animals will consistently lick at themselves, the forelegs or whatever. It's also successful for like compulsive disorder or any kind of, habitual repetitive behavior. So I don't know if you can think of instances where you might be able to use this, where it might be helpful. And again, anything that you offer to him, always put it in your hand or take the bottle and offer it to him first, like you've done here. And if it works very nicely with Rose because as Rose is reducing adrenaline, the Roman chamomile is also kind of tempering that anxiety that's rising because of glutamate production in the body. So on a physical level, you're actually helping all of the excitatory processes that are happening in the brain that are causing the ramped up external behavior. You're kind of mediating it on a physical level in the body. It's indicated for any kind of physical disorder that's a manifestation of anxiety for example, like skin disorders, that are indicated as a result of anxious behavior, stomach disorders, throwing up or not eating or something like that. So it really has been found to be very effective when you have anxiety being produced in the body, which in this case, since you're not able from a behavioral standpoint to mediate these behaviors at all, working from a physical standpoint to help the body, maybe not obviously not consciously to him, but if you're, minimizing production of adrenaline, you're minimizing glutamate activity, you're settling down all those things in his brain and that are kind of ramping him up. The clary sage, why don't you get out the clary sage too and put that up there.
I still have the vanilla in my hand. Did you want that up there right now or no?
Yeah, let's wait
Okay.
on the vanilla.
7 o'clock.
So if there's any of these that he was finding just, horrible or distasteful, he wouldn't be continuing to lay there and take them in. So this may seem, I don't know how this seems to you, Eileen, and we can talk after, but what the most powerful sense that animals have is their olfaction or their sense of smell. It accesses parts of the brain that no other sense does. And just in the work that you've got, if we stop right now and just, didn't continue, let them just leave, work that you've been doing back or accessing parts of his brain that you've never been able to access with the behavioral work that you've done. That's why I'm really excited to see Mackenzie doing some work in this, because it will make the work that he does on a behavioral basis that much more powerful. Clary sage is a very, very relaxing oil, and it's indicated, animals seem to select it when there's nervous behavior, or mood swings, or, behavior that kind of comes and goes. It's associated with a hormone imbalance, and we may think, well, he's neutered, but animals still do have hormones in there. They still have lots of chemical signals coming and going all the time. You talked about one time that he's kind of pushy sometimes with a bit of a lack of focus. If he wants something, he gets kind of, the English call it bargy, but it's sort of pushy. And they get almost irrational and sort of panicky. Clary sage is, it actually works. They believe that it works on the pituitary system, and we don't know for sure, but that's the theory of why clary sage is effective. It's generally very effective with females that are hormonal. You can smell it yourself if you're having one of those kind of days. But it is generally selected by animals that either have deep mood swings or that are high strung for whatever reason, generally hormones, but that was why I selected it. So, what do you have in front of him now? He heard something.
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think he heard something. I think he just startled. Yeah, did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything. I mean, you might have heard something we didn't hear.
It's okay, but sometimes in this work, when the animal goes off into a really deep subconscious place, they kind of just go off for a while.
Right.
And then, I just worked on a horse the other day that was just, his head was dropped real low, his eyes were really heavy and sleepy, and suddenly he did just that. He kind of woke up and was like, where am I? And there was no stimulus.
Right.
And so that's now is he, oh good boy.
Yeah.
And if he's interested in any of the oils or the spirulina, there was some licking there. See the grooming, self-grooming?
So this is the flax oil. I think we saw the licking with. He definitely was not.
That's okay. You know, he knows they're there, and
Right.
so you have the rum and chamomile there.
Uh-huh.
Bring that up. Just put it just right in front of you there. You don't have to put it super close. But
Okay.
get the vanilla out now. See now, see how he laid down right next to that bottle?
Yeah.
If he didn't like it, he'd be turning his head away. Or see the lip right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. See the licking?
Yep.
There he goes down.
Do you want me to leave the vanilla just like right over here, kind of close to the chamomile?
Yeah. Needs both of those. She's still licking.
Yeah.
So the vanilla, she's still licking. Why the licking is significant is because they're not only inhaling the aroma through their olfactory, but they're taking it in through their buccal membrane in the mouth and the tongue. A lot of times you'll see them do just this little flick of the tongue. It's just, they're taking that aroma in through the buccal membrane to the mouth. And he did that, just got a good view of that. He did that quite a number of times. Just a little.
Right. Just that right there. Yeah.
See, yeah. So he's laying, and let's just let him. Work with those two oils. Those are two real powerful oils for him.
There's also the vetiver's right here too.
Okay. And just give him a minute. I'll tell you about the vanilla. I'm going to wait just a minute before I talk. Checking just a minute here. that big pot.
Yep.
So he's checking something out.
Yeah.
But the vanilla, just give him a minute. He'll be okay. We can talk while he's. So the vanilla, I mean, is obviously a really good one for him too.
Yeah. What is he?
Vanilla is it's very nurturing and comforting. It helps alleviate nervous tension. And you saw him really taking it in when you first opened the bottle and offered it to him.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
And its effects can be pretty instantaneous. Okay, you can put a little of that on your hand. Okay, give him a second to come back. It's actually very good with kids that have ADHD. The chemical is in vanilla extract or vanilla essential oil. That's probably, is that an absolute or an essential oil?
Essential oil, I think.
What does it say on the bottle?
Well, they've just labeled it vanilla, but I'm pretty sure it was essential oil.
Because it's usually produced into an absolute, which is a little bit, is it real thick?
No, not super thick.
Hold, just hold the bottle up like you're going to drip it into your hand. Just hold it up, like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is it coming out?
No.
Is it dripping out at all?
No. It's not.
Okay. Probably an absolute. Did you get any out of there?
Only if I tap it.
So that's okay. Put a couple drops on your hand and see if he wants to lick it off when he comes back. Go ahead and offer it I'm going to mute my phone for a second.
So he didn't lick it. He sniffed it and then walked away.
Okay. He probably heard my dog barking.
Yeah, he heard that, but he wasn't super interested.
Good.
He went and laid in the kitchen.
But did he go lay in the other room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would use that vanilla too, Eileen. It can work very quickly in easing frustration, you know, softening anger, helping him relax. And sometimes, you know, we think that oh well, he didn't smell it, but keep in mind that his most powerful sense and most quickly working sense is his olfactory, his sense of smell, or his olfactory receptors in his nose, because that's the way that he can get into his bloodstream the quickest and either, you know, calm glutamate or, you know, reduce adrenaline or whatever effect we want to have, and helping him calm on a physical level and an emotional level. I would put either a cloth, or if you have a type of bed in your vehicle that he has, that you can directly just put, you know, the rose and the neroli on. I would put some of that in his bed. Does he have a toy or something that he'd like to carry around with him, or that he has in the car, or something like that?
Not really one in particular. He's got a bunch, but I wouldn't say he has one special one.
Okay. All right. So he was not interested in the oils today, meaning the hemp, the flax, etc. I would offer those to him later in the day, maybe like in the evening,
Okay.
to see if he's interested. He's just, maybe because it's hot, I don't know. When did he eat? Did he eat recently, or?
No, he hasn't eaten since breakfast.
Okay.
It's a couple treats, maybe about an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Okay. Well, normally they will select, if they're needing some essential fatty acids, they'll select one of those oils that are in those bowls. And even though he wasn't interested today, I would, over the next couple of days, continue to offer those and see, or you can just leave them. I mean, if you just leave them out, you won't really know which one he went for first. But I would have it out, or put them all down together sometime, either, you know, later tonight or tomorrow, where he can see if he wants any of those. Have a really good availability of essential fatty acids.